photos. Wow, look at that. This is Patricia Placentia talking for the word of the week, which happens to be tune. It's a word for meditation as well, but meditation is being present. For those who don't know what meditation is, you can be in meditation in the middle of war, in the middle of action, in the middle of killing a lot of people with your own hands. You can be in absolute meditation, a state of awareness. You already knew in advance. This is the only way, one way or another. How gruesome, lovely, harmonious, chaotic could be. You're there in tune, playing a masterpiece of Beethoven. What is this? Symphony. Or any other song or music, whatever's comedy or tragedy, you're still in tune. Or both. So they are in synonymous, they are the ones above are melody, and the top a little lower is change your tune. Below, just about nearly, is harmony. Going deeper is regulate. So it's like going in the negative zone or the health deep. Bit deeper is already to regulate because it's not. It needs to be regulated. The settings. Okay. Hey, well, the DJ is always changing it. The equalizer, whatever you call him. And deeper down is tune up, tune up, tune up. So I'm not gonna talk about the goddess of harmony because we just start Greek mythology and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do the goddess of harmony, but no, wait, read about it first, and then before, because you have to open a domain, an email, all these things, and using for a passport. So don't worry, if they're gonna hack you, they're gonna hack you. So at least be creative with your passport. You know, send a message with it. So all my passwords are the same. You want my password? That's my password. I said, oh, you cannot do that. You cannot share it. Ah, they can hack me. I will do it again. It doesn't matter. I can do another one. Because we're starting. We're starting for generations. So don't think it's just like that. It's going to be perfect. Like harmonious. Oh, yes. Oh, no. So pretty. I'm in harmony. I'm good. I'm good. Follow me. I'm good. Like me. Here. Unsubscribe. So it's funny because the goddess Pan that has this flute that is so sweet that enchants you. Even after you've gone through all this panic, these gods represent an energy. He didn't do the panic in the story of Psyche with Eros. Well, Psyche goes through a lot because she's a poor mortal. But she's too beautiful to be among mortals. And she's too mortal to be among gods. So she's kind of like in the middle there. They give her to to feed this monster. The monster can speak her up, but he doesn't want her to see her because Eros is a monster as well. He's not just a cherubim angel. So the goddess of harmony. You don't want to the character, really. Trust me. Because the moral of the story is the harmony as such never exists. That all the time is going to be perfect. People of obsession with perfection know that. That's why they're so obsessed with chaos. You will never have a person that is obsessed with perfection, like they are like in full harmony. Yeah, that everything is okay. No, they're gonna go after crime. They're gonna be surrounded by drug addicts. They're gonna be after blood. They are going to be just, like, they're like, it's like, just relax. It doesn't have to be perfect, harmonious. There you go, like fixing society. There you go. It has to be perfect society. There you go. There. You can do it all at the same time. Come on. Follow me. There you go. And then this is like, no, that's not arm. You can just tune it up a little bit. Another one. Another obsessed with order. Can you just do it? And a little more like harmonious. Like, what? What do you mean? Like, yeah, like that? Because people are going away. Don't like it. It's too hard. You're being too hard on it. I'm like, well, just move away. That's what harmony sounds like from a hammering obsessive perspective. Yeah, well, I said that in the other video. I did it. I cut my sentences many times. Some people, my thing is broken English. But I cut my sentences because I have other stories to tell. So I was like, story no, it's just, I don't care about you. You didn't get the full story. It's just not for you right now. I don't want to relive that again. But that story is part of the story now because this is better. So it is terrible. It is terrible. That which is harmony. Then harmony is to sit to tune. Harmony is also a heavenly state. Why? There is no judgment in a plane of harmony. Yeah? You will let that sculptor hammer it. For the citadel. The king doesn't like modern architecture. Yeah. There you go. Many sculptures. Can you imagine all these people working in a rock day and night? Making a castle like a citadel. A citadel of... What is it? That was very creative, guys, in the parliament. It's a war I always come back and forth, and that was because I'm not into mathematics. I was really good at mathematics until I would see the solutions. I was doing the problem all the way down to the solution. Why the numbers are not matching? Because I'm dyslexic, so can't. That's why you need people that can see the right from the left. It's cool better. Harmony, being in tune. The funny thing is that one thing is to practice music, to practice words, practice writing. Doesn't mean you're going to be good with speaking words. You have to talk and talk, and get all these words out, write them down, speak them more and more and more, so they become part of your tongue and your chordals becomes more harmonious as you play around them with them. They look harmonious. They have like a harmony. You're guided by it. Oh, it doesn't mean it's true. It's like, hello, they're taking you away. You filthy rats. away from the city. Okay, okay, okay. Sometimes you need someone playing the flute with harmonies, yeah? Flutering. There you go. Flutering, flutering, flutering. That was the role player. Super narcissist role player. I was like, God, with Richard, I'm never gonna have any friends. He's such a narcissist. But he's the best. What can I do? He hacks. He used to hack everyone, breaks my pages. Say, no, no, I have to say, no, you know what? They want to make you believe that your best friends hacked you. Funny. So that's you have to make stories to keep the group together. And maybe they're I say, well, but if they believe me, so I won. That's it. I won. They believe in my story. They didn't believe in yours. Well, it was this fiction, guys. Why you take it so seriously? It's fiction. But now people are crossing over. So keep it 101, all right? Because they're going to go real crazy. They can't cross over. It's illegal. One of the rules of role play. Because then otherwise they're going to think we're crazy. Because they're crossing over, not us, right? We're here creating stories. Now you think that we believe we're these things because you believe in these things have to do with reality and we're playing with your real life. No, it's just inspiring, but don't cross over. Make your characters. Yeah. Tune tune it up. Tune it up. There. That goes. The people pretending to be perfect there. Just that screw it there. There, yeah. There you go. Talk more about the wife of your brother. That's gonna make you a better person. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Compete. Don't do that, man. Just don't do that. There, it's a screwdriver. The problem is a little bigger. There you go. Adjust is another one. Regulate, harmonize. I like more to divinize. It's like when a rapist comes and he's like, I'm going to divinize. He's like, no, I don't want to be divinized. No, you're going to love me. Trust me, you're going to love it. And I'm like, no, no. I don't want to convert to your religion. Is that a religion you carry there? It's hard. It's hard. That's why I love my name. My name, my legal name, represents the patriarch. There you go. There. The patriarch. There come there, and that's the police will carry guns, the tools. There you go. We're sexy man. Yeah? Sexy man, the Russian man. Whoa. You need an emperor. Just Putin. And also the guy in China. Can you make it a little more it's sad to be called a dictator. Sad. On the other side. This is Russia's an empire. Look at that, so much land. Not even United States can compete with that. Canadians will have to submit to the American empire. The only empire they have is their state. The Empire States, the building there. Empire States. That's the only empire they have. Who knows if they destroy the Twin Towers to make a war? Look, we have to stop these stories. They're cruel, and the real ones are cruel. Conspiracies we'll never know if they're true or not. We don't want to know. We want to know about terrorists and the Arabs and the rich people supporting all these stories. Well, funny, I got my new credit card. To tune. Just gonna talk a little bit of nonsense to refresh the brain from so much, because this is supposed to be a month for celebration. I was in my bed, like partly dead, partly alive, kind of like an ecstasy from not having to avoid reality. I mean, my reality is something I wish to no one, not even tourist, to tour. Sometimes you feel like a tourist. You know what? What's he talking about? And then you hear the president of Venezuela talking about virtual reality, but in a totally different concept because he doesn't know what virtual reality is. So he's talking about virtuous reality. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. But it's okay because the conversation keeps going. Anyways, the people of Venezuela don't know what he's talking about. They don't know what's virtual reality either. It's okay, virtuous reality. He's talking about virtue. It's like, no, I'm talking about fantasies. Uh, It's okay. It has a virtue. Yeah, it needs a little more a pitch there. Like that, there. That's what I'm talking about. You're tuning there, tune there. Just not station, no. No, there. You're tuning in. That's virtual reality. It's not real, but like real, but it's real. I've been explaining it for a long time in many platforms where I don't have followers. I want followers because they're gonna copy me. So it's not easy to sell something without giving the product away. So everyone has to know about it. Venezuelans, Chinese, without copying it. So trust no one. That's why there are rules. Rules that define what virtual reality is away from not tuning with real life, right? The more you love your real life, the more harmonious you can be there. But too much harmony is kind of like you're gonna be looking for problems. Because deep inside, there is chaos. That's why you need to look for harmony and order. Because you were not born out of harmonious, conscious, motherfucking folk from your mother and father. Before you were multiplied there with that sperm and ovule, whatever you call that in your language, they just came to fuck it up. And that's what you are. You're a fuck up, right? So my mother and father, yeah, my father was talking my mother for 5 years to have me. Mm. There was a conversation there, a dialogue. And my mother was toying him. Like, yeah, no, see, so there's no way there the all these lovers coming to see me now. I'm a free woman. And my father would just wait there like, what? I just got an award for Best of American Movie. You're rejecting me? And my mother would say, they love to be rejected. I was like, oh my God. It's like, I reject being hurt. I don't want more problems. Yeah. I'm not obsessed with fixing people problems. Excuse me. Oh, mom, my mother. I love my mother so much. She's like, you could never tell she was a narcissist unless you were a psychiatrist. Some people were very clever and they could get money out of her because she's been always such a good person. Such a good person. She's always been very decent. Always. Nobody would believe that. She's going through that right now. I have to go rescue my mother from my sister. I mean, she's a good sister, not a sister. Who wishes to have a brother like Harry when you're going to be a king? Like, it's a joke. Like my sister. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible. You know, it's terrible. The opposite, totally. Like, it's kind of like the same, but I wrote a story that was really like I'm talking here about my sister in the story, but the story was totally different. We never had that, but just that tuning with the darkness, very dark. I you look at it, it's not really that. It's kind of like ah. Jingle melody is jingle. That's nice. Melody line, melody lines, melodious. It's melodious. I want to go and sing carols. It's so hard. It's so hard to think about what's not harmonious, what is chaotic. What was that? A chaotic orgy? No, I can't. Whatever the director of the United Nations said. Still make you think other things. Hmm. So, well, am I just going the wrong direction from harmony? At least could have a little fun. Well, harmony. Well, to go caroling, one has to get drunk. To go caroling is going drunk, singing songs for money. Like, yeah, la, 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 la. He said, well, we're not going to stop until you pay us. That was how it was in the old times. We're saying, or just, we need to drink to keep singing. Yeah, oh, not singing it just like that. You have to drink to go carolining. No, no, you go in the bus. There's the Philippine. Come with the son, with the some evangelist church. She's going asking for money, and she sings a song of Christmas. Like whoa, no, no. Well, okay, I told her, that is to go carolining, so getting drunk. Thing. I think that would be rude if you go knock on people's houses, especially in a neighborhood where the majority is Muslim or Hindu, because they get insulted if you ask them if they're from India and it's no Afghanistan, Pakistan. No, man, it's just we eat the same food, right? Where's the same thing next to each other? I always say I'm from Venezuela, next to Colombia. Everyone knows where Colombia is. Yeah. Venezuela has the top Miss Universes. We make a lot of Miss Universes. So whom else could create the multiverse but a Venezuelan, Miss Universe, multiverse? It has to start, you have to see at least one universe to understand the multi universe, the multiverses, all this. But it has nothing to do, it's just talking crazy. because Miss Universe is the most beautiful girl from different countries. Yeah. I- like, we have we have the best director. We said we don't have the best woman. What we have is the best director of Mr. Universe, and he's from Cuba, where he was raised in Venezuela. Osmel Sousa. He he was, maybe he still is. I don't know if he's still in Venezuela. He was the art, the craftsman behind every Miss Universe. True artist, gay, but as a man, an artist, a male artist. Well, I guess people want to legalize so you can discredit another person and take the credit from the other. So this is a problem that is coming to the air, and you're going to start seeing this problem in the air and trying to get in tune with what you want, trying to get in tune with it and just flow with whom you are, because that is not disassociating from what's happening, but make music out of it. But don't give that energy or reject it, because rejecting it is also giving energy. There are transitions that we pass, and this is not understood in storyline. This is not understood in the world of role play. In role play, we have a script that is multidimensional. There is no main actor or actress. People always fight to have the main theme, so everyone follows that theme and is part of it. And then you have side stories to it. Yeah, and every stories have, sometimes a little character can change the whole story. Just for a little movement of one story can change the whole. A liner, choose a liner because of that line. So I used to say, do never underestimate the power of every character. We're normally used to see a main character and then the supporting actor. So that's the way we have, well, we, not me, mold stories, right? You're not on my dimension to move Titanic wave without even touching anything, right? So be aware of what is building story. You want that power, you have to walk through all your senses and get to feel everyone. Take out your mask and put other masks. Yeah? Put other masks and try to experience what creation is about. So, of course, role players are script writers, they're directors, and they're also actors. Some people get to code more than others. Some people get to do certain things. Some people get to learn coding eventually. You don't have to, but or some a little bit for the sign or where to go. We need a lot of investment and energy there, and we have a lot to bring euphoria. Euphoria is part of harmony. You're like, woo, harmonious, and then it gets contagious. You can't stop dancing because it has that, like, doesn't get out of your mind, or you can get out of that place because it's you're hooked. You're not even obsessed. You're part of it. You can get out of it. You can't get out of it, of course. You can get out of it. What is this tool for? I think that's just to maybe just to get out something that is little. I would love to have all these tools make just these machines, right? Yeah, well, the arts and crafts, well, carpentry, and I don't want to be cutting wood, but there are other elements, and those things can be talked about. I would love to pick up wood that has fallen and just walk for 4 hours till find one. Things like that with friends. Um, that would be harmonious to respect trees by law. We consider as murder. Go to jail. The tree that you're cutting is doesn't grow in 15 years or 30, and they keep on as you waste your time with your general waste of white trash, fake. There's a beauty on having order and being able to correlate to say this is not important, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is this for me. I don't care if people judge me because I am having the greatest time. If everyone should have the greatest time, everyone should celebrate their greatest time. And there's nothing wrong with being loved or loving or both. I don't know why people talk so much about Jesus. It's about time to start putting a New Testament. So who are gonna be my scribens? I'm not gonna allow any man to write my story, all right? Well, this is my story. Write your story. Yeah. We have many verses, so don't worry. We also have underrated verse. And you will believe in God, trust me. The more you think you are God, I will be there waiting for you to be on your knees. Believe it or not, there's a God, something beyond you, 'cause unparalleled. So everybody wants to play demons and all this. I created a kingdom of heaven, and that was in France. Oh, this is the kingdom of heaven, right? Yeah, or yeah. But starting with the kingdom of France, we, I have my friends in the kingdom of hell, and I was like, well, I need a heaven. You like France to be also like heavenly, and I was studying France a lot. All these castles. I will give this stories. I'm not gonna tell me much because we have thieves here, perverts, stalkers, hackers. They want to pay, assholes. You think it's about Uranus? No, it's about mine. This is my idea, right? Whether it hurts you or not, I'm gonna have to let go. right? This shit is mine. So let go. It's coming. So I'm gonna believe that God exists. After you go through all this, yeah? And the scientists too, especially the scientists. There's no God and how it is. Yeah. You need the Catholic Apostolic Church here to put you on your knees. Just believing stories. You're gonna big bang the fuck off. You believe your stories so much. Oh no, I want a new religion that is a little more like for out space. Get in your knees right now, mister. I'm giving you your two cheeks at the same time. There you go. Bang! I'm in the back cheeks. All right? We're entering into the third testament here. Jews. Jews. Keep them there in the first testament there. With wives with wigs. Worse than Kate the fake. Oh, God. If you have to see what they have to, like in Twitter, the Twitter files, they have to make the Kate the fake files to see everything that she has written. All her streams and their fake characters. This gonna be the Queen of United Kingdom. Oh my god. I don't think Lady Di was better. My god, if Philip knew. Or the Queen. The Queen is like holding hands there in heaven, like the people are great. They're going to make it. Let's just hold hands and let them cross over this multidimensional media, whatever it is that you said. Yes. Yes. I was trying to explain the Queen in my imagination when she died. Because my pinky toe was hurting. It was broken. Couldn't go see the Queen and make a line there. So I just imagined her. I thought, what's this cheaper? I don't have money for the bus. So I was trying to explain her all these technological problems that we're having right now, and so I don't know if you can understand, but just trying to explain. But she was just listening there. She was just like, all this? It's like all this for me? It's like yeah, but it's just kind of. I was explaining her, but not explaining it. Like if there was all this, because when I'm trying to do a storyline, and sometimes I have fun, instead of just watching YouTube because it's too boring, I just go imagination, go there, just go imagine there. Tired of looking at people doing line to see the Queen. Yeah, I love the royal guards, but all this thing. Oh yeah, but can watch this. So just go switch your imagination on. Can go see the Queen right now. So it was more like kinesthetic. As with Philip, see them young. It's like they remain. That spirit is forever young. So it was. Imagine because maybe she was drugged all the time to not have pain. I don't know. But I cannot explain you. I cannot explain you all this. Sounds crazy. 'Cause I was trying to explain how these systems and the correlation with the people around the world, because we speak English, we can now understand each other without symbols. Yeah, like yeah, this is food. Yeah, this is yeah, one goal. We share the same goal. We can understand each other. Yeah, the sky, whatever. Imagine this priest dancing around the fire and then say, well, we have this Bible too, and this is what happened before in this other part of the world. Well, people like stories, so they bought it. They brought it. So yeah, I want to be rich like you. I know how to make bread, wine. Ah, wine. I'm converted. So the thing is that you transmit these stories with something that is called love, and anything that you create of doing. Otherwise, why would you create it? You would be another one of all these agreeable people that just go down to hell together. Go to hell. Agree with each other. Go whoop. There. No, they're not in hell. They're not going to hell. Sorry, they're already in hell. No, they're not in hell. They're just in the first dimension. They all agree. Yeah, they just okay. Let it be. It's okay. They have their own nature. Yeah, they don't know how to talk with each other. Just the same things. Okay, but they want to copy. They want to copy. They want to insult the others, but they want their first. It's complicated, so they have to learn also how to interrelate and get to yes, no, up and down, this, the other. Get the the authority matters, but at the same time, the creative mode is getting this information and the honey. It's getting honey to the hive. Hello? It's just buzzing around. No. By the way, we need more bees as well. So it's not just working in factories, but gardening flowers. I was like, God, I need food, but I have to garden flowers. Nature provides with these wildflowers, and sooner as soon as you let them, right? But still, it's like, wow, man, just have to sleep so much just to put something together, just to recover from being neglected. So to recover myself from neglecting myself from the situation I put myself is going to be nice because avoiding everything and being in total ecstasy, which is harmonious, is not helping me come out to deal with what I need. Whatever I want to deal, they take it. So I have to think about how I'm gonna protect myself so this work can happen without being, it has to be handled well. So imagination, the queen just said, just stand straight. I think it bother her to be have that neck there, but in my imagination, of course, because when I came here to London 6 years ago, she was still straight. But I think it was when Philip died, and then suddenly her neck was because they've been together for what was that 70 years? I don't know. Wow, that's a lot. So in my supreme intelligence, because I do consider the Queen of England of a superior nature. I mean, in my reality, when I'm talking like that about just being random, I'm not serious. So the higher self of myself and my imagination and my own inner intelligence will create a story where it's just telling to myself to be straight because this also starting to and that's all I need to be happy. If to have a long life and keep straight, is that harmonious? What hurts you? You need to go further to create harmony. What is that impulse that hurts you so much or is so wounded that pushes you forward to find harmony and transcendental love among the people? So it is important to have this human interaction The people learn how to talk with each other, not just copy characters and copy stories and make this being part of platforms. So slowly, gradually, it's moving forward into a fantasy world and to be more in love with your real world. So it doesn't sicken your system. I have friends who are still role playing day and night. And they're waiting for you to pay the work that I have so they can role play. They have a glimpse of it, but they don't really got the system because I'm the one making the notes in the laboratory, not them. They don't note anything. They just now they're just doing whatever they do because yeah, you want a saga story. So I was like, if I cannot be there because these stories happen because I do this, what would be the system so it works by itself? So I got more and more into it until I found the trick in the system. They still can learn from me. I could tell them, but they can't show it as well. When I tell them, they will say, "Ah, it's just pass by. They don't notice." Think again. Some things happen harmoniously, and some things you have to think again. Wow. Well, I'm very sad because my work has to be paid, is to be valued, to celebrate with my family. God damn it. So sad to have this chat here. So where's XXX69 bees? Well, tomorrow I'm going to send these boxes to my children and I'm going to draw their Christmas letters. Today, the 7th Wednesday of December, so they have it on time. Enjoy being in tune, singing, and this time for me is like getting in tune back to myself and starting to. I'm creating something that I'm not going to say. Uh, just to, that's it. So whatever people think that they're doing, they're going to learn. There are other ways of creating and manipulating. Doesn't have to be controlling others to do what you say. Like is you don't need to do that when people already have their profession, so they have the roles. So if you're making a movie that has many angles and you have screens per se, is to understand how this dialogue is happening with multimedia. There is a work behind it. It's already been performed for 18 years. Computer engineers haven't done that. No computer gamers. Not Bill Gates. So I had a dream The I thought really like I would love to see what Bill Gates is doing. How is he doing these transactions? How is he investing in Africa with the Chinese and the Getty? It'd be so cool to manage so much money and power and still be in touch with your old friends as a person of respect. That people respect you, even if you know too much and don't say everything, because people are on their own duties, as to say. He he's a person who is so knowledgeable, but at the same time, he's an instrument to others that are above him. Not everyone is a pedophile, and some people just fall in love with children. Doesn't mean that is their thing. It's not that I'm going to chop anyone's private parts. They're going to define how to relate with it, with a more glamorous artistic craft, to be innocent again, playful, trustworthy. So the less pepper you use, the less pepper you need. Gradually, your sense gets used to, you get more sensitive. Um, there is a lot to promote, so going here and there when it can happen automatically to all the countries at the same time, get to distribute all these professionals at the same time and say we're doing this, so let's do this. So you need to learn to role play. You cannot be mediating in the same way you were mediating before. Yeah, so if there is a problem, say, excuse me, I'm 48 years old, right? I've been 48 years old for 3 years. 3 years. Yeah, I thought I was 48 for 3 years. I was not 48. I didn't get to live my 45th, my 46th, 47th. I don't know what happened in those years. I was 48. So finally, these 48 years going to end. And I had nothing to do with the people that are 60 or 70 years old. What they did with people, I have nothing to do with you. So, you came here to do this mediation. Nothing to do with my country as well. But if you need petrol, I told you to send people night and day to fix that night and day and help them night and day. Because the Venezuelans who are there right now are prepotent. They are not living in a harmony that is harmonious. They want everyone equally to be happy, but they made everyone poor equally. So they're good people. Um, you are mediating with the people that were left there, and they're still very well educated people who maintain there, because what are they going to do in another country when they have banks, they have so much institutions they own, family members that own used to own a bank. Anyways, it is serious. and it's beneficial for both sides to learn that there are new ways of mediating. And that's why the beauty of role play keeps you moving into creating other characters, other ways, other nature, studying different ways to create harmony. There could be dissonant from one style to another. Maybe you could get a little fusion in it. If you maybe not, but when you want a solution, it's not that you have to see the problem. You want the solution. It's not that you have to see the problem. The problem is obvious. But you want the solution. This is this problem. This is this problem, all right? This is what it is. Whatever's harmonious a problem. You want the solution. You have to create all this problem. You are the problem maker. Because you want this, which is harmonious for you. You don't care about this problem, all right? They're going to convince you that it's okay. Yeah? Just don't put it in the news. If I'm helping you, so you help my people and my people help you. These are not my people. These are the leftovers of my people, because that's what communism does. An extreme socialist. They want everyone equally poor, and they resent people that are more educated. They resent the colony who teach them how to eat with forks and fuck their parents so they're taller. And we should respect cultures as well. But I'm not here to history. So you're gonna create all these problems. You are the problem generator. But you have to convince them of the solution you want, because you didn't start with the problem, right? You started with the solution. You have to always remember your north. All you from the colonies. Like you're evil for them, right? No. You start with a solution, then you create all these problems, right? But don't treat them as if they are the problem, that they have a problem. Hello? Hello? What level of colonization are you? Excuse me. You've been out of the Americas for a long time. A little bit out of tune. Tuning. Oh, 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 I love you. With you. Because I make money with songs. All right, cool. Okay, just people get really married with their fantasies. It makes them feel things. People need to make money with what they do. It's their job. It's the problem when they take it too seriously. It's like, yeah, you want your lovers to love the man of your fantasies? What you make all the songs for? It's like, yeah, right. And you're going to possess the body of her lovers? Because she's thinking of you while she fucks them? It's because we have to accept that. Great. It's a little distorted, don't you think? Why don't you just fuck each other in real life? Yeah? So, yeah, the colony has problems of their own. Too much fantasy in reality. In the real life. Like, no, right? In the Americas, you just do it. You do it in real life, all right? You do it. No matter you have 5 women fighting for you. But at least you're doing them in reality. Yeah, that's what you do in South America. But you don't necessarily have to create that problem for that solution. It could lead to that as well. It's a good story. You're entering in the jungle already. Just see yourself. You see this naked Native American there, a woman, and you've been in a boat with sailors that are criminals. Only one has education, and that is the captain. So you don't want to be with him because he's too authoritarian, because he's the only one. He feels misunderstood with all these criminals. Oh well, those who are next to him feel a little more distinguished, even if they're not, but they make the work happen. Get to learn faster. Especially now where you cannot even use an airplane with fuel. And you get there and there you see. Or you don't have to go too far. You can see naked people in Ibiza. So you're making all these problems, all these problems. Just remember your solution all the time. Yeah. So problem solution, problem solution, problem solution. But don't tell people they have a problem, because you are bringing the problem again. Yeah, it's just hammering, that. Hammering. You are the problem. Don't let them know that you are the problem, because you are bringing a problem, even though they want the benefit of the solution. But if you can make it easier, as we have a problem, so you're sharing the problem as the solution as well. That would have happened to me as well. They were going to bring you all the drama, why they lost all this, they lost the people, they brought all these guns from the CIA in Colombia, they brought all these guns. Like Pablo Escobar can tell you the son survived. Look, I can tell you all. My father knows directly from the Secret Service of Venezuela, because he worked with them as an investigational journalist. He loved all these adventure stories, investigation. So, I mean, he would get tired of writing politics all the time. He was a free thinker. He would just write whatever he wanted. He didn't want to belong to the same all the time. A man of adventure. So, that's how you know you are creating that problem. Because that problem didn't exist before you came. So, first of all, as a good Christian, you take the responsibility of the cross. Because of you, we're going to enter heaven, right? So you're bringing a problem already there. You're telling us that we're sinners because of you. You're showing us the way to heaven. Like, what? We're here. We're here in jungle, happy with fish, naked, listen to the birds, eat mango, a lot of free time. We still conserve that as conservatists, conserving the nature and the Amazons. So, you want petrol, you need these machines to be working in optimum condition. You send all these people to work night and day. I said that months ago. Yeah? So you want to say that petrol comes from North America? Yeah? To keep Venezuela with a bad reputation? Because how are you going to explain all the people on these reporters that keep reporting and copying stories? Because they don't have the adventure to go to Venezuela and create a story, create a problem for a solution, right? Let people talk. Tell people you fucked up Venezuela directly. Tell them, yeah, we sell all these guns. So they have a civil war. They kill each other and people go out of Venezuela. Very smart. Very smart. Very convenient. I mean, you're gonna see that, because then people are gonna believe you destroy the Twin Towers as well. I mean, people who do that could do anything. Like testing 25 atomic bombs just to throw 2 atomic bombs in Japan. You really have to be have a lot of agreeable people. Wow, it's a lot of power in the wrong hands. That's the power of illusion. People believe that and they buy that. Just drug them there, drug them. Mm. I remember when I used to be around drug addicts. I've been around all sorts of people, not just the high class. Drug addicts are funny. And I was like, I think you need to give a little bit of hashish to your girlfriend. Eh, yeah, you have to know how to regulate your girlfriend. Yeah, she's a little bit in the head right now. Or just what you giving her? And the guy is like, yeah. He's like, you're the alchemist here. Hello. I would teach drug addicts how to regulate. And that's part of tuning. Tuning. I do that naturally with my natural chemistry. Sometimes, because I have the power, I can drive people crazy and they don't notice. And I'm just smiling there, like it's so funny because people fall into these things. So if you have the power, you would do it because it's funny. People fall into that so easily, and you're still innocent, like you didn't do anything. They're like, yeah, yeah. You drive Putin crazy with all your reporters. All this, so much information, too much information. Please give me a break. I want to be with my teenager for Christmas. You're stealing my money and my work. Don't feel pity for me. You are to be pitied. I pity you. Pity it. You're being pitied. So disgusting. Well, let's make a better world. 'Cause, eventually what they will like us if we destroy them. They will know it's because they have seen. Well, that's not the kind of problem I was talking about to create. You have something better. Yeah? Something a little more like woo enlightening. Not mind blowing, like no, no. Or just drop the mic. Like we've been pro playing for decades. Hello. It's not just you know tuning. Like yeah. Get it. Yeah. Tun, 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 tun. Some of us believe that we do have to make a better world. And we forget our children. We forget our youth. We forget our teenagers. We forget the people that are working for us. We forget how formidable they can be reporting, instructing. It doesn't mean they're going to change the company, but they're reporting straight to the source. It cannot be just through so many people in different countries. So each culture, each continent needs a tower of control there because they know their business. Unfortunately, the Muslim world is as beautiful as decadent. They don't respect the labor. They do not know what is high class. They have money so fast, so sudden. There was a time in life where everybody was having this architecture and this astrologies and all these prophets. So everything was a little more spiritual and artistic, and things took time. So people would get together around and get to discuss about things. Now, pooh, once have evolved really fast. I mean, I'm just talking about this last 2000 years, not 100. 2000 years. Yeah, the free world with Jesus went, woo, totally free. And the Muslim world is still using the same clothwear and thinking in the same way. And suddenly they just got a phone, a car, all this money. I'm like, yeah, great. Now let's see how you talk with each other. "Mm, yeah, I can talk slow. And then, yeah, we're doing this for our people. Great, keep doing it. Yeah, stop sponsoring terrorists. Why you want to pay the university to their children so they kill themselves here and kill few of our pagans? It's like just killing a few of our people there that no, no, they're vital to our organism. See, some people like hurt, I guess, but they get hurt indirectly because it's not in a war with their own state, but they feel the war against their religion and their system of belief. So I do believe that women should wear robes because women exposing their body, they look calling for attention where it shouldn't be. Yeah. You want to go naked, go to Ibiza, go to this beach, make sure you don't have. Because all these white people starting to make pictures to naked children. They cannot go naked to the beach anymore, and then they have to find other places. It's terrible. Can't be natural with the nature anymore. There's too much perversion and problems in the white world, in the Muslim world. We all have our problems. So sometimes it takes an outsider to tell you, hey, stop killing people. Because nobody of your people can do that because they are under your domination. And everyone has to think the same. Stop creating so much misery. You don't need to be the spiritual by rejecting the material world. You don't need to be so materialistic for getting the spiritual. You can be both. Keep being a Muslim, but stop doing this and that. Stop looking at our women down because you're not holy. Yeah? You get married and get fat and ugly because you have to hide your femininity even with your own man. Because I don't think they do it very well. They keep washing their hands and feet in prayer as the Jews do. We need to do that more often, maybe in the river. It's a form of baptism. Purify and pray. It's like, and they still carry the system of belief, the Jews. Yeah, right. It's like, I grew up with a Jew. It's the business partner of my mother, Eddie. He went to Germany to rescue my mother and failed because the police could not break through the house. There is no crime to break through. It needs a court order. He's not going to be there with a court order. Where's the evidence? Psst. Oh my God. It's terrible. He had to, maybe he already returned to Spain. Oh, at least my mother can see the football, the World Cup. Um, that would be being in tune. So I have to go and get my mother. No one gives me the address because they know what I'm capable of. And I don't do anything but like, whoa, that bad. Because this is the problem with people that have little secrets and they have so much crime. They keep hiding and they start looking at you like if you're the criminal, you're the person to be afraid from. But they know I was just, but I'm kind of like, God, like, do I really want to be with my mother? Not really. Yes, but no. Because, yes, but no. I have nothing to say to her. I don't wish her to love me because I have money, but she took already all my money. So it's kind of like, wow, at least to know that she's fine. I would like to have a bigger house, at least. Yeah, I don't think I could have anyone here. I would, but not even to give Christmas gift to my children. I would rent a place here to anyone. Oh, my mother. Imagine that your mother has given you so much beautiful Christmas trees full of gifts. She works so hard, fireplace, cleaning ladies, working people, all this. And you still can't make it to bring her back something of everything she's giving to you. Taking you to India, teaching you the sights of the world. I would love to bring her with me as long as she has her own room because that's, oh my God, just to eat together, to cook, celebrate. It is painful to to be able to transform. A therapist said you're going to become stronger because your sister is going to teach you how to become stronger because of her rival. I like, I don't care, man. Like, really, I'm not gonna rival. Let them take all the money. I just don't want to be with like them. That's all. We have to relate with this kind of people. That is something that I teach my children and Debbie. I say these people exist not only in our family. They want to take everything from you. They will say, "Oh yeah, I was gonna create publicity. It's gonna be it's gonna resound in tune. It's organic. It's part of the storytelling. Yeah, part of the show." But this is something that I didn't want to say in my other video. But I was always thinking, why does God, existence, nature have to put you? If you're a good person, why do you have to deal with this narcissist? Why can you have the same thirst of murder, but you want to stop this person who, for example, kill your father? It's maybe not the person, but it's the same energy. It's just from the other side. One is the door, the other one is the victim. One is the door, the other one, oh, the son of the victim, the daughter of the victim. The victimizer becomes the victim. Sometimes the victimizer learns better to never be caught. But the victim keeps looking for that problem because wants that closure, that solution, but is creating the problem again and again and again. So it is beauty. there is beauty in understanding chaos. Because how many people have died trying to make this earth a heaven, knowing well that it is of us to just leave it, and leave it. If you're enjoying it, in that transparent see-through that has more space, it's not so full with noise that you want to do, you want to do, you want to control, you want to do. It's more space. The visual effect is paramount. So you will say, let's do this. Let's just pick this tower center for South America with the Spanish world, Spain too. Some countries have a little bit and a little bit there. All these countries from Russia that are now part of Europe, they also speak Russian in their own way. Because they used to be part of Russia. Even Romania was part of Russia sometimes. They speak Romanian, but it's the same. And the Bulgarian to all this, they're the same. More or less. Russia has already a lot of land, so just because they have different conflicts, they have different problems, they have a different language, they have different cultures, politics, they have a different tissue and taste, they have different dance and foods. So you have to learn to accept the power of others, to delegate this power. You cannot have it all in your citadel of cyber finance, which is beautiful. You cannot translate everything in one place. Because here in Google, you don't even know what is the law of. Nobody's allowed to know the law for human rights and for companies and international treaties, the law of free determination, of freedom of determination. This can only move through an international frequency, that is, through all this cybernetic dialogue that needs to be built from scratch as we are. So this petrol is not coming from North America, it's coming from Venezuela. And you're going to start to honor everyone who is part of this process. Because you need them as much you need them as much as we need you. And I want to say, oh yeah, I don't need you. You need me. Of course, what I have is greater, but I still need food. My family cannot be sending me money. Yeah? I have to give to my children. This is too much corruption and thievery, too much lies. So if you want it to go to affect you and just keep with your little business here, one portion of Africa here. Now let's go. Now you can do that like that. Or just crack it all. Yeah? Because they said, yeah, okay, we give you, but we are ourselves. If you are not respecting my Venezuelan people, my Venezuelan petrol, and our intellectual property. It's not coming from God. I'm not a high priestess, all right? Because I am not a man. This is coming from my own intelligence and work and studies and laboratory and experiments. And I don't consider myself among women as well. Because I think they're stupid. They don't even know who they are. They don't even know how to walk naked and dance well with inspiration. There is a thin line that does not respect one side nor the other as it is. So don't put me into any categories. I'm not here to defend any category. I am from the future. One day might talk face to face in the present. You are coming to my future. I'm not going to your video games. You're never gonna get it with your computer incel engineers who smoke crack, that take Adderall, like they can control the game or program. No, artificial intelligence can have information about women. Women are not sharing things. There are a lot of things that are not running through artificial. It is still your power and your decision of choice to say if you want to split the world. I would just say it in two, so it's more pragmatic and you can see it with because if I define everything, I was going to do. I'm not threatening you. I am. You need to forecast the future. You need to understand where you are at. Yeah, get down from your ivory tower and your fake shade and look at things as they are. Really. Yeah, and get all those Meghan Markle thing out. And if people want to copy it and they copy it, great. If they're not going to say anything, great. Just take it out and start to talk about everything that you have been doing with character traits and behind the scenes. Be a little more king of humanity. Doesn't matter if you want to love many people. It doesn't matter if you want to love and be loved by many people. Yeah? We don't need more drama in this world. Trash drama. Because if you're talking about the environment, but that's not the environment that you are creating, that is about recycling. You're creating trash. You talk about high class, low class, middle, ultra, but you're not multidimensional yet. You have not understand the multiple biologies in this world and come to a universal state to come out in the light. Just you and your father. There's no woman controlling you. No one is controlling you. Not the queen, not your mother with her pity play, Lady D. Your father is allowed to love whomever he wants, whenever he wants. So is any woman. Your mother loved this kind of men to conspire against the royal family, the one who gave her the fame. And these are stories. So they become real if you believe in them. And you can do that. But inside you're struggling. You have your inner war. You want to do what you want to do because it's what you want to do. You're not gonna let anyone manipulate you. You want to manipulate. This is schizophrenic. Brat. A brat that does whatever they want. Yeah? A toddler does whatever they want. So eventually we'll get their own way. And the schizophrenic will always try to get their own way as well. Yeah, he has to prove that he's right against his own inner conflict. So great. You have the money to pay all the news, so it's all over the press. People click on it because it's the royalty. You're still learning what is royalty, and that's a lot of love. It's an honor to be able to love so much. Tune. No one is guilty, and nothing wrong is gonna happen. Monarchy is too strong. The kingdom, all the people belong to it. The heart and its soil is pure. But it's the kingdom of the white people. People love stories about kings, prince, queens, emperors, and empresses. The transformation of weakness into strength. Love which strengthens us. Integrity, the strength to do great deeds. Confident leadership, unrelenting courage. I guess when it's understood, my work can be working and I can be with my teenagers. It can be synchronized through all eternity to this world and in other places, the galaxy. The best of us has to come together, and there is no better narrative than that so far. There is a working mechanism among humans, and there is a modality, and is a way to all this. There's a way to all this. It is good to honor the colony, and it is good to honor each culture, and it is good to honor these basic human rights. For example, my right to get paid for my work. Yeah, the spiritual realm needs to eat. I cannot eat with 80 pounds a week, or get a job, or get my hair. I don't have money to do my hair. I cannot be working one day like this, one other not. I cannot take a bus. I cannot pay anything. I don't have the energy. And I will never give the rest of the work for free. So you think you have all the multimedia in your pocket? to do whatever you want with it. Just let other cultures be then and enjoy your supremacy with your white people then. Yeah, just let's pretend that everything is okay, that you're doing what you've been always been doing, and this has always worked with your people, for your people, and those who want to be like you. And the rest of the world will do their own. Might share some things in common, but they're gonna keep their boundaries so you don't come to take more than what you should or manipulate to your only behalf to pretend you're better. People have to learn how to express themselves and define fidelity with their allies. So we are very different from one another. How are we gonna make everyone work in harmony at the same time? It is good enough to respect each continent and culture. It's good enough to understand this melody, because people are going to be in tune and they're going to say, I want to follow this, not this. Uh, but if I get this money, I can do this. Yeah, I want to learn this now. I want to practice this again and again. I love my family to share with them. But in the plane of death, you would just stop being. There's nothing that connects you to celebrate or be celebrated for. Just keep with whatever is left. But not all the white people might follow that because they might want to regain independence from a fake belief. You will always be loved when you love yourself. And I'm sorry if you need so much recognition to put all this together. There would have been someone who needed it more than anyone, would do anything to be recognized. Interesting. Just to recognize your own art in your own work, what you gather it from your own meaning. You have an image to carry, and that is okay. Well, it's not because you're superior or ultra, but because people love you. Your kingdom loves you. They love the royal family. Represents them. Or what is that you represent? Nobody wants to be reminded of a murdered parent. You are also innocent. So haters are always gonna hate. They're going to be they're going to humiliate themselves even more. I mean, of course. The narrative is gone all the way till here, all the way there, all the way there. Whatever lady did put the she didn't put the bell seat. Whatever people say, whatever people want to believe, they're going to humiliate themselves. And some people like that and they want to stay there. So God wishes us to trust in Him, in the unknown, to not be so manipulative, to not trust in witches, to not trust in the future, to not trust in witchcraft, to not trust in being manipulative. So one thing is to be creative and enjoy the being part of God and creative. Another is to I see that the wiser you become and the more you appreciate what you don't know, the unknown, really the uncertainty. So I wanted to be married with uncertainty. When I was young, I was like, I cannot be with you because I need uncertainty. I need to be surprised. And I had a lot of thirst. I was as well in a jail, and most of our ancestors were in stables, like horses, just going out to be disciplined and all this. And it's fantastic to learn all this. It can becomes part of your construct. Still, to let it breathe it out and just to get to for me, not for other people, but for me, I wanted to know so much because I was decadent the outside world, so much inside world that gets so stiff. It's so certain to always be in oneself, and that took me out of myself a lot. Wanting to know without knowing, not because I wanted to keep one thing. It's okay, and I want to know more here. So hugging a lot of people, you know, just, I will have a cream of massage in my back. So in after parties, I would do massage to people in their hands, their feet, and everyone would end up doing that because everyone is looking after a chick, yeah, and they think, oh, we're gonna get lucky, but then they relax, get over with it. It's not all about that. Just relax, and people start to feel the universal love, which is, and it's not an orgy, all right? It's just a massage. Like, oh, so nice, because it's the best thing after party. So yeah, it alleviates to be able to perceive the joy in the world when Christmas comes. I wish my children the best Christmas, and I know I have earned. I could be right now a millionaire already 2 years ago. What are they doing with all my money? Come on, what are you doing? Wow, incredible. Hey, what are you doing? I didn't give all the work yet. You could have better by now. Well, you want to be insulted online. Or you want to lose it? Okay, I don't know. What are people doing really that matters? And nobody is nice to me and talks to me as a person. That's how you want your children to be disassociated. You want your children to define reality from what is not real. You want your children to grow up with all the security systems because you are the hacker, and teach them how to insult others, that others are crazy, threaten them, harass them. There's always someone who's stronger, believe me. Government is needed. Government also needs to adjust their own things. And government can be very good. My country needs its people. It needs its people to return to Venezuela in these next 10 years to help as well. The best of Venezuelans. I guess we're just flowers that have been sprayed around the world. Such a nice people. They destroyed my country and they're still hiding their values. Venezuela. They are hiding their sins. They want to clean their hands from their blood, their rape, insulting women. My country celebrates women. I'm sad that these beautiful women are in horrible countries where I have to tell them it's so nice, to men and women that are Venezuelan. They think you're stupid if you're nice. So in my country, people are really nice. Like, they're really nice, but not nice like stupid. So I was born in Venezuela. My mother's from Argentina and my father's from Spain. And I still feel that Spain has a lot to be honored as well. And only this computer program the United Kingdom is doing can help stop corruption from all people that work in government. Because this happens more or less everywhere. And people are going to have to really write that everything they're spending. They have to come to amends and bring accountability there. They have to check the stock they are using to create this. They have to value, really get to and write every word and every number that has cost this. They have to really take in consideration what they are doing. But It's been a lot stolen from South America and Venezuela. It's been a lot to push it down. It's been a lot of destruction. So this is how you want to govern the world. Because the other ones are going to do that with you as well. Yeah. And I'm not talking about the silly bitch of Meghan Markle and a wannabe king of Harry who could only take drugs and be fucking around. Yeah, you can fuck around if you want. Take drugs, but don't pretend to be better. Destroy another because of resentment. People have to respect hierarchy. That's it. Not everybody can drive a car. Not everybody can have a dick. Not everybody can give birth. There is a hierarchy to things. There is a it transcends, it passes through all this creation that we're doing. Not everyone can have the same role. Not everyone can condescend with the same respect. And understand the international effect that can repercute against you or with you. So you're using the beautiful South American people to make you look better. So it looks international. People in all the cultures, they know that white people don't have a heart because they come from cold countries. And it is okay for them because they live under such conditions. I have also some white in my blood, but is it's part of humanity. You have to be cold in order to protect yourself as well from the cold people. Keep distant. Where do you go? Go. You want to insult others because you are better? You want to discredit others because the other one will give you money? Even my gums are deteriorating because I have to drink from the sink. The sink has deteriorate my gums, and I wake up with this taste. Even if there's filter water, I have money to buy a new filter. Try to buy sometimes water. It's like wow, luxury. I have sometimes buy water, not food, just to fill my system. It is it's pure water. Oh god, it's a luxury. And I was raised as a top millionaire, right? I was not a top millionaire with property, but I was raised as such. And I don't have this. I will fight for what is to be educated, that's for sure, and that have values. Not everyone can consider that. Oh, yeah, equality for everyone. No, they are values. They are values. There's a cause and effect. There is a fusion. There are reactions. They are, they're problems. Now, keep in mind the solution for this you're creating, right? Always. This is your theme. This is your main theme. So you keep hammering with that main theme, yeah? That's called hammering hypnosis. That is your theme. Yeah, that's your theme. So you say it every sentence, every paragraph. What is your theme? The environment. What is the theme of Kate the Fake? I am the prettiest. I am the best. I want to be queen. No. You see the Queen of England? She doesn't promote anything. See that? Now, this is going to be over, chapter over. I don't get anything with this. I had to get William, to get to Bill Gates, to get my rules of role playing to virtual reality, to pay me. Yes, my person touch. And I was writing to him. Oh, where does she think I am? Well, I'm Patricia Placencia. Hello. Where's the negotiation? You got more money from Bill Gates, talking bad about me, joking. You want to talk bad about me? Say it to me. I don't want any followers. I want my money. I don't want spiritual followers. I don't want followers in YouTube. I want my work to work in my children. So go and check yourself and learn more about technology. But that that is a craft. For people to learn how to create their environment. It's not only the environment with the planet Earth, but the environment you create around yourself among humans. Pestilence, like if it's funny. Could be funny. Could be fun for people to just learn to do this. Write everything. Yeah? All this brick. We have put so many bricks, so many tons of bricks in concrete, and this is how much it costs. And it's in from this company in this website. And there you can check how much it is. And anyone can check other companies for how much they sell it. There's no corruption there. Eventually, people are going to check too. All the nuclear weapons are getting out, and workers can blow the whistle because, hey, so this worker, yeah, this company, the government is up here. If you don't have the law, there you have, yeah, people doing memes all over the net, like if they own the world, doing memes. That's it. That's all you need to do. Tweet and just, do some business here and there. Wow. Mm, Computer engineers. Coding. Like, no, that's not art. No, that's not art. Yeah? Toilet paper is art. Just look at your shit there. That's abstract shit. Memes are no art. It's, people need to go to virtual reality and get a little more craft and glamorous to express themselves. Become a little more, it's not psychic, but intuitive, intelligent in the sense to be able to forecast what would naturally happen if you might do this. You have this probability and this other. What are you gonna do? Hack? Wait and hack? Copy? Copy content. Left and right side of government. They're all fucked up. They're all corrupted. All right? So this is going to stop. And everyone is innocent. All right? You're just going to say, you are going to say, no, you're not going to be a snitch there saying, the president, they have scriptwriters. No. You don't even know what the fuck is role play. Where you were characters in Twitter. Shame on you. So big, playing for mama. And fucking daddy issues. Keep having, but you're still not a father. I don't know. What you teach to your children? What kind of authority is that? Oh, this is a real character. This is you. This is who you are. You're tired of being yourself? Well, you created that, all right? Keep investing on memes. Yeah? So people invest more on your memes because that's what people like. People like millionaires. They think they're God, the new gods. They need the tech gods. Oh, tech gods. What are you hammering with? Environment. Yeah, because of this and that and the environment. The environment in the world. You go, truth. You want to know the truth? Yeah, you don't want to know the truth. What I used to do with Amber Heard. Oh, yeah, she beat me up. That is true. Oh, nobody got to hug me. Because she blackmailed. I paid a lot of shit for that, man. Like, fuck that. Oh, she's not a superhero. She was acting. It's just pretty, yes. The truth, yeah. The truth and the people. And I'm cool. Buy my crypto money all the time. Yeah, buy my crypto money. Dogecoin. Yeah, I'm cool. Green energy, yeah, space. There you go. I'm cool. I am anti-government. Yeah, they're gonna get your address. Where is the crypto money? No, not in the satellites. Trust me. Let's take over the world, the universe. Get him! He cannot even talk about virtual reality with his little tweets. He have some characters on Twitter talking with himself, like, oh yeah. Well, that's the problem because people have such a great ego. They make so much money with their real life character. You need that ego in your real life. So why are you going to make a fantasy character? So these people are so infatuated with their ego. Why are they going to invest in a fantasy world where it's actually therapeutic? Because you get to relate with all these understandings, and it's also educational. You get to understand science, you get to understand history, you get to understand anything that you want to study for these characters, so on and so forth. But we do need mediators, and we do need more people, few people that can delegate for these mediators and the centers around the world, as it's easier for all of us to base without having to travel too much. We need a lot of tuning to get all these boats, vehicles, green energy all around the world simultaneously building everywhere. Yeah, and best to stop fighting with the government. The people need to learn. the United Kingdom is not going to become a republic, Venezuela, because they're getting the oil from there, right? And all the intellect they lack to keep lying. No. Yeah, keep making stories. Very good. Very good. Never thought I would be with the Shakespearean characters around Uranus, but it makes sense. You get to study. It's the only. It's the only thing that makes. After studying so much Greek mythology, well, the Italians put the names into Italian gods, but they are Greek originally. This is Thanks is not planet Aphrodite, but it's the only Titan planet. There's nothing wrong with being a Titan, but understand that you're going to shortcut with all these things because people are going to have fun in virtual reality and they're going to say, I'm losing my time with memes. They're like rebels, the mutants. Yeah, they must think they're really different from the rest of the world. They're special. It's like special. Yeah, the true. We have the true and nothing but the true. Yeah, Marher used to tie me up and punch me so I could fuck her better because I'm always in my mind. I need something to take gravity, and get a hold on. That is the true. The true. The true. The files. Yeah, I'm a secret agent now. I just don't know how to report the truth very well because I only know how to do programming machines. So I'm still know how to get a little bit of the true abstract the truth. Don't hack the truth. Okay, that's creating the problem and hammering because you cannot just hammer like that. You have to know where you're hammering, right? I'm gonna make that angle, the juxtapoint there. Yeah. Yes, the king doesn't like modern architecture for the new citadel. Yeah, maybe some modern gargoyles. Yeah, you can make science fictional gargoyles, but it has to be classic. Classic. Yes, classic. Citadel. Cyber. Oh, I like that. It's so cool. I mean, it hurts me to watch the parliament because it's like the Labour Party has knocked out so many prime ministers from the Tories, and then I'm just watching. I have to from Jordan Peterson. Like, no, I cannot listen to you. God, this is the heart of the world. Yeah, you think the Labour Party conquered the world? Excuse me. Do you think we'd be able to put a movie together or a book together? No, we're educated people. We're just to create. They to distinguish where the money comes from, the resources, the values. This is more valuable than that. That's why the world speaks English, Mr. Professor. Hey, you never risk anything in your life. That's the labor class. You belong to the labor class. You're newly rich. Never thought you would have so much money, don't you? I think he needs drugs, but to relax. Relax. I think you can have hard sex. You also need hard sex. You have a cancerogenous wife, so it's morphine and just to ease the pain for you and her, because that's what you got. So may God forgive me, because we all have cancer, right? So mm, there are many stages. So get to feel it, feel it, feel it. Oh, it gets all in one place, right? Why in one place against all the body? And then the cancer wants to take over all the body. The body's been against the cancer. So listen to the voice that is cancerogenous. Don't send it out to the universe far away, because that is the mechanism of how cancer is created, and it comes back because it wants to be listened. Even though it's a form of sickness that kills you, it has the living of its own until it's auto-destroyed, such as narcissism. In India, the healers in Tibetan healing in India, in the ashram of the multi university, where doctors are, and they give their career in order to prevent from sickness, so people don't follow into this. The NHS could have less. They could invest in preventing sickness instead of dealing with so many sick people. Why you want to work with sick people? They're already sick. They don't see it. They're like, oh no, I have sickness, but I have nothing to do with that sickness. It's just happened to me, but it's not me. The sickness is not me. Cancer is a form of, they say the cancer is a great ego. What ego does is it splits, it cuts. I work for she had an award, an old lady, and she worked with biology and trying to discover a reason of cancer and this cascade, how it cascades and multiplies. And just she was a grandmother of a child I take care of as a nanny governess. The other grandma was an opera singer. So she taught me a lot about cancer, how it works, because we're cutting all the time our nature. We're cutting our lakes, how it flows, we're cutting everything, we're separating everything to create new things. So the natural flow of whom we are, and in our bodies as well. Yeah. Trying to change all these things too much. So it's becoming unnatural. Serrationous. Even animals are having cancer because of this. Bears, as never before. So when a person is aware of its own, like my mother, so your mother's never going to have cancer because she's been always aware of her evilness or her ego, and she enjoyed it. But nobody would notice that. I know that because she would just tell me. She told me 3 times in her life. The rest I could notice, of course, like what. But inside, indoors, you see other things that nobody sees, of course, and it's a form of survival. So it's been learned, and it's okay at least to you know get along to live your life. People buy into it, not hurting anyone, right? It's a free world. So yeah, my mother. I have to go get my mother. That would be harmonious to have give her Christmas for all the Christmas she's giving me. I promised to her because I told her that I had to go. But I said, "You're gonna die enlightened, and I'm gonna take care of you in your final years." Make sure that happens. It was like I had so sorry. You're gonna have to lose everything so I can take care of you. And she was, no, you're so mean. I said, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with it. Because I knew I have forgiven my mother so many times for taking my money. But money that I have, it's just, but I've been in situations where you trust your family and they steal the money again, girl. That's why it's like, yeah, family. Yeah, you have a family that works like a mafia, but be careful with your family as well, because people have egos, right? Let's see. Look, what's happening? I hope her soul is listening. So yeah, there were 45 million Argentinians in the streets celebrating, full of happiness because they won, and I was with them as well. I really go for Argentina. Other countries don't have, because my mother put that on me, and you can't get away from your mother. It's gave you all this inside her belly already. What can you do? It's okay. So we're on a transition through the dramaturg world of multimedia and sharing information and getting to filter. We are passing from this generation to another and getting to for the masses to understand the colony is not so bad. And extreme socialist countries are not so bad. And communist countries are not so bad. Or black people are not so bad. I mean, they kind of are, but I mean, left alone, it's nice to be bad. But I mean, you get to enjoy a little bit to understand that's not so bad, but it's bad. Like what you get lost with all these the black people. Just not gonna talk about it. But yeah, just understand how they feel, right? Well, their rap songs, how they joke about the white people, because they have a pride. They have a pride with their sexuality, their curves, and being poor. They have pride of being ignorant, of being. "Ugh." They're fighting. They have their own inner to tune up. They have their own songs, right? And sometimes you can sing to some things that are from others or yours. Make yours. But trust me, not to see the same face all the time. Gets boring. Thanks God we get older with age and we get to see other faces within the same structure, admire wrinkles that are different. Because there has been joy, yeah. All those beautiful wrinkles that define your stories. All those lines have a story. That turns people can see through that. There is a voice that is truly sweet and has that aroma. It has a true empathy because it's been chosen to do this job, to propel this job, that has created this job because it has empathy. It has gone everywhere. It has found that system how it works. can work by itself without me having to be there. People can get in tune as well. Fortunately, because it's part of the story, I have to get paid for it with my percentage. So, more or less, to have an idea, it can move on and change, but start with something. 'Cause there's a lot of energy to deliver, not just plastic, and compost, and wood. There are new materials to be formed, and all this at the same time all around the world. Because it's been dialogue, it's been fought for. You are filtering all this mediation, all these talks. They have tried it. They will go back and redo it again in this other way. So every city needs to know about these elements, about these inventions, of all the beauties of sharing land that doesn't need to be divided, so the animals can grow the other ways, other laws. They can say, yes, this is your territory, and it's just defined with this, through map internet, the government's internet. They're there. You don't need to make a wall. To, that you're taking care of this part of the Amazon, of this part of the earth. You need to divide it with fences. It's already, yeah, with your phone, you already know. Like these, so many inventions. I can make inventions on and on and on, but I like to eat well. I miss eating well. My body has lost appetite, and I thank to be able to just live. But misery is not my style. Being miserable is not my style. And people who take too much and are miserable are never gonna have this until they switch their own hearts and understand that we're crossing over from one generation to another. So don't blame on anyone. This is not a political party or a person. This is everyone, including you. Perhaps you are more corrupted. That's why you can be there, because you know what corruption is, because you know yourself. The truth. You want to get tied up? Come here, baby. Yeah, hook you there. This is. Come on, girl. Come here, girls. Come up. He likes it. He gets a hard on with it, isn't it? Amber Heard, you only punch him and you shout to him like a little bitch. 'Cause they pick up this woman that look like skeletons. Oh my god, forgive me. You just throw around to show who's the alpha man. Oh, I love it. Yeah, because there's so much in the head. I need some crazy bitch there to. The truth. The truth. Hammer hypnosis. There you go. There. The truth. There. Get that out there. There. Poof. We're forming a new truth here. That's how people could go and get you. You have to make people believe that you're nothing, because you became an idol. Yeah, Superman, a hero. Yeah. Oh, he's Tony Stark. No, he's Xavier. He's the leader of the mutants. Look at his followers. They're not like not even one woman that looks like Black Widow. No. like with real curves. They even changed the script of the Marvel comics, the original. Sorry, those are the creators, the real creators. Then they says, like, you want to create, then create it. Don't change the character. Create a new character. They're already superheroes that are have that those characters. If you want to put a black person, a woman, a girl, there are like 50,000 characters just in DC that is being they have been copyrighted. They've been registered. They're not in the comic. Maybe you have 15,000 in the air that you get to see 20,000, but they have registered a lot of characters legally. Imagine Marvel. So I was going with the owner of a comic store. I was studying all the comic stores, so I got this lover friend. I was just 3 times with him or four, but still, he didn't know how many characters there were because he was just interested in selling magazines. Oh, when people start talking bad about me and they don't believe in my genius, believe it, but they, I just, I'm gonna invest my energy with you if you disrespect my creation. What I'm talking about. So I can be as creative, as flexible, as fixated. It's part of being creative. I mean, where are you gonna create the same thing over and over again? Well, it gets better and better to certain because never ends. Some characters are infinite, like the river Styx. You can just go forever. Some characters are limited, so you have to create other characters. Oh my God. This character is just gonna end up like this. Gonna be doing all these things, you know. So, let's just let the character live by itself. You don't need much creativity for this character. Well, it was fun. You needed the character, so you just go there. And tell many people that work in jobs, so they get in tune with life in the present time and enjoy life. They get to enjoy the people. They're like characters, especially here in London. So yeah, it helps you to create character. You're not a writer, right? No, no, of course you're not. I'm already insulting the person. Like, of course you're not. You're an idiot. You're not enjoying your potential. They don't even know who they are. They're just letting time to pass by. Like if they're paying their soul to the devil, and they just go home to live their life, where to eat, copulate for 3 minutes, if five, because they're too tired, 15. That's it, and eat, go to work. To care, raise children, because I wanted to raise children. Yes, have a wife. It's better. It's cheaper. Pay children, pay the children, or pay prostitutes. Yeah, man, make the math. In New York, they believe that if they get married, they won't be millionaires. So it's better to pay prostitutes so they can put more energy into their work. Because women and children can be too demanding. They can work more. There's a belief in New York City, Wall Street, all this. Men with men. So maybe they have women around, but like, not like in the 80s that you can work like that, right? Influencing people to have power. But Once can have sex now and work. Dangerous. Sad. But things change. People change. You never know. You cannot really know everything. Have an orientation, more or less. Oh, there's water going into this territory. Have some respect for other cultures, and other cultures can respect the. You're making the problem, all right? But remember me, I'm bringing the solution as well, all right? So it's better, right? I'm going to take the penis out because it's immoral. Ah! All the statues in the Rome, Empire of Rome, they destroyed the woman already. All them female goddesses, they destroyed them. All of them in Greece. I was like, no, there was. The goddesses they were for the woman reigned for Lord because they brought life and milk. I don't know, but the men too rule, but they were separated. So the woman would bring the predictions. They would dance naked to the gods. And some would be virgin. Just they were picked the most beautiful in the towns to dance to the gods, and that was a privilege that they would become a high priestess to serve the highest court, which later was called Olympus. For the cultured ones, there have been many kingdom styles, cultures. That was in the Mediterranean before Jesus, which Jesus had a lot of women to create his empire around. The women were madly in love with him. The priest told us that. You can read it in the Bible. What woman would say about Jesus? Jesus! So, like gigolo. Can you imagine? So all the stories that we come across that go up and down, up and down. Othello was a black man in the north. There were a lot of African men in Italy, Spain, arabesque style as well. I guess people know they were not Muslim, they were Moros because they don't really know their history. So I can lie. Could say the truth. I could lie. The truth! Yeah, this side of the truth. Hammering the truth. The truth to the people. You go ahead. Truth to the people. Go to virtual reality. I don't know. Good. Multiply yourself. Come back and tell me about it. Tell me about the truth. So, well, I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. It's not true anymore. It's outdated. Yeah. Yeah. No, like two people in the bed or one. No, no one, no one, no one, no one, no one. I have to work. I have to tweet. There you go. Meanwhile, I'm trying to mediate this to have my family back from all this. Just enjoy life one man at a time. You know, I mean, if I have money, I will have a lot of naked people around me because that's how God created us. That's how we were in heaven, right? To the leaf. Mm, mm, maybe just not all the time, maybe sometimes in the beach or on the wall, in nature. Oh, dress. Too much. I've been locked down for too long. Um, in the world as well. I think that needs to be televised. people. Plus, not doing sports. No, look as good as before. I don't think anyone will look as good as before. Okay, enjoy your Christmas. What makes you in tune? What makes you you? And what makes you transcend? You are not the savior. Remember that. You need everyone, and every one of your kind needs you. So I wish everyone had a little more of universal understanding without having to be a thief, because they just take by parts. They understand the whole, so they cannot honor it. And thank you for showing me how glossy freedom can be and slicky, sweet. Be nice to truth, the truth. Yeah, the truth. Keep supporting offices in government that are not working well, taking children like that. The truth. Maybe, yeah, they use all this to hide other truths as well. The game of truth. People get so excited. New content. Beautiful people should never be murdered for being beautiful. Beautiful girl, boy, on their place. There is no final judgment in heaven because the story continues. So that is beautiful to have that uncertainty and appreciate the stories of our ancestors in the Bible where we get to appreciate and trust in God, to have faith, accept that we are not God to know it all, to control it all, to accept that is the greatest wisdom, the greatest gift. And philosophers before the Bible or aside knew this in Greece. The more you know, the less you want to know. The more you know anything at all. More or less, all these happenings are a celebration of human expression. It's not the entire truth, but they are traumas that are coming out from a collective, and let them take responsibility of their own. What are they going to do with their own now? Yeah, coming out from their own psychological burdens, traumas, not love. They have self hatred. They do not have the love from the people. They have self hatred. They have few cats there, and they will continue with their own propaganda as you continue with yours. It is the same game. This is the tech titans that I have put in here. I think you're moving there, but you're not moving on the level of the tech titans. You're moving above because I think Bill Gates is on another. Well, will tell me. You'll tell me one day, all right? least Bill Gates. Don't worry. I don't have any followers when I'm talking to you somewhere in my imagination. You can talk to me and we can talk as people used to talk. It's already the 8th here, Thursday. Talking with the War of Tune and that which is within, supposed to never die. Sometimes we'll return doing the same things because that's what we love. We become professionals, musicians, storytellers, want to play governance again, want to joke, want to be lovers. Some people really like to be lovers. They're just born for that. They're like, okay, now you're black. This is one to half. Because then every life, then it's like more. Okay, just go for black. Can have more, but just take care of everything like that. Go for it. I'm not the first one. All right. Just joining a conversation for 2023. I'm gonna a new channel and get a little more crafted and write what I'm going to talk about and have different playlists. I don't want to talk. Should go and meet people. I don't like to meet people without having my money, and I'm not for sale. So I'm kinda like, mm, it's good to have a good sense of humor, and I would love to have someone that has a good sense of humor and I can admire. And it doesn't have to be like me, of course. We're all unique. It's just I don't want to bring too many explanations. Someone can understand through silence, even if you can talk for hours, but not really being intellectual. Can be nice to see that these main people can allocate these cybernetic laws for the values to flow around the world better. There are all these parts coming together and puzzling. I would love Bill Gates to come to me in real life, say thank you, or Melinda Gates. Both. We sent to both. I still admire their work. I don't think there would be one without the other, even if they're separated. It was sent to them, so whatever I've said, it was supposed to be private. If somebody's sharing it, it was not me. So it's just not relevant. What it matters is it works, and we can celebrate that. I really want a lot of women to be with the the girls of the where they're learning to do all this coding and computer engineer in the office in Brooklyn in New York City. for only girls to learn to code. I wanted to teach women to be moderators of the world role play, and I wanted to talk in private about this. But like 80% of women, so it doesn't fall down into the ways of the old, and women don't fall into their own ways of the old because it's very easy to fall into those patterns. There is no need to. So we can be more playful and less discriminating. Stop discriminating your own sexuality, other sexuality. Be playful. But there is a way of moderating that you're teaching other people to moderate as well. So it should be like that for the next 2,000 years because man has ruled for 2,000 years. This is it, 2,000, 2,500 years, 2,300 years. Okay, 2,150 years, more or less like that, right? It is not of woman to rule over man. It is just for the cybernet technological affairs through the rules of role play, virtual reality, real life. Because there's a lot of perverts online, and the moderation shouldn't. It should move accordingly through men and women. The thing is that it's so common among men to overpower and for women to follow that and support that that it will go back to the same pathological sickness. It's the sociologically speaking creates these perversions, not only man in women, because women are also retaining that sexuality away, and by not giving it, they're creating more perversion. So if women keep being castrated as they are or judged, then the nature in both sides. So I'm not going to talk things that belong to the woman world because then you will see this Ellen does insulting woman, sexually abusing you. So they will keep doing the same thing because it's their pattern, it's their pathology. They do it unconsciously, consciously, and subconsciously. And women do not know any better. They're doing also their pathological problems to repeat. And playfulness has a lot to do with loving, even through violence and interacting in the fantasy world. But in the real world, it is very serious because these are pathologies that are be infecting innocent people, and we do not need to suffer in order to learn. This is something that has to change from the first and second testament in the Bible for the third one to come. This has to change because the third chapter of the testament, if we can build it with ourselves, you have to exclude all the suffering away. There's no need to suffer to learn. Jesus didn't come to suffer. All his life was about celebrating. Uh, and who knows if he respected or if he was violent or not with women. Could be like everyone, putting women down to work for him. Just be a gigolo. Or he could be the holy man that we all like to believe in the name of freedom, in the name of God. So we grow in this image of being the children of God and sharing a daddy, a father, or someone there that's never home, but wants to dominate your home, take all over. So we know all these stories. We have priests that talk as Jesus himself. But why don't they talk like, I don't need Jesus, you're good enough, Father. You have, I bet you have surpassed Jesus himself, the way you're talking. I can see you're spiritually naked. Your soul, your body with all this. We need to hold on to a Bible in this person. Ah, the true Jesus. I guess it's just all this. Yeah, let's put the First Testament. So we have the Jewish. We have more business with the Jewish. Yeah, go talk with the Jewish there. Yeah, and the Muslim. Yeah. Business. Oh my God, so many stories. Now everybody knows how to write. Now talk properly. Now what if they can handle their goods? We need to suppress them more so we can control them. Yeah. That's what happened there. Betray, I'm gonna do this and that. I'm gonna allow people to have their freedom. Yeah. Just give them a little bit of truth there. You keep crumbling, keep crumbling. You got it, did it go there? No, no. Yeah, no. Right, so gonna put this together. I can put this together. This is your idea. I need to put a lot of people together, 30% of the world together. We need to trust one another. Let them solve the problems that we're bringing because they want to solve your problems. You have the solution. Just let them solve it for you. Let them find out your solution. And there is nothing wrong by enjoying who you are and sometimes playing low key. So what? Enjoy who you are. You have all this to give to the world. You're spectacular. You're super handsome. You have a lot of people that love you anyway. So what? Would you keep with a fixation? A fixated idea? Oh, so afraid of what people think of you? All these people criticizing and how do you create your decor because of how you do because you do this and this makes you better and you have more points if you're married and you're better and then all because of society. Just when I go and just try to think, how are you? How do you feel? How are you? There's nothing. Nothing. It's just a circus. And it's great because, right, there you go. Like the circus I was called the Wizard of Oz, the director of a circus. Fine. Takes a lot of talent. So there are better things than watching people's problems. If humanity wants to help, catch a killer, get together to make justice, to make something better, to pass good information. Humanity is going to keep rolling for that. They're not going to follow. mm, Some might want to be famous by killing people, getting money by talking bad about others, being president because you said you did this. That's going to end up with the program. People are going to vote knowing who they're voting for, what they work for, the other program. So we can live in peace and travel to higher dimensions. It'd be nice to eat well and recover my appetite to live, to perceive, to see the mechanism of my senses working again. So it is important to one's conditioning life. There's no need to die with hunger. And so many people that are being born as well just die with hunger. What? That's the way of spirituality. But still, we have the spirit all the way. It's nice to work. Sometimes I want to write a story about crying, but I cannot. Even the music for crying, it's annoying. Oh, maybe just write something about avoiding. Yeah, really write a lot about being disgusted and all this horror story. Write something what's it- about yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. I write about my children many times, and I think I deserve everything in the world because I'm a great mother, and they deserve me. They deserve me to be happy as well with a good man who can also look up and they can love their father as well and understand the beauty that they carry and other information as well. We tune our DNA. We don't only have to be as our mother, we can also be as the friends of our mother. Bye.